It's time for the Home Plate Report, sponsored by Pemco Insurance, helping the Pacific Northwest worry less and live more.
The Mariners begin a 3-game series against the White Sox today, and tonight's giveaway is one that's going to have people lining up early. Terry Holloman is here for today's Home Plate Report. The Mariners had a tough series over the weekend with the San Diego Padres. How are you feeling with how they played?
How am I feeling right now? Well, let's take a look at it. We got swept by the Padres earlier this season in April. And this past weekend, I would say we got swept, but we didn't get swept. We got swiftered. We got wet jet swiftered. We got, that's mopped up what happened to us. Lost 3 in a row. It wasn't very pretty. Pitching wasn't very good. Our offense wasn't good either. It just looked like just a train wreck taking place 3 days in a row.
At least the weather was nice. I saw people out there enjoying
it. Was nice weather, and I think they had a Hello Kitty night or something like that,
we did.
Right?
A clear bag Hello Kitty night and a cap night on Saturday. Anyone that stood out to you, though?
Yeah, we got a couple of guys, and they've really been good all season long. We're talking about Luke Raley. Luke Raley is a guy right now that's hitting very well offensively. He's really the powerhouse right now on this team with the home run situation. Since we're missing that productivity with Cal being on the injured list, he's really stepped up. And, of course, Randy Rosarina, he's done very well. He's actually leading the team right now in batting average.
He's crushing it.
He's crushing. He's doing a good job. And I think it's just amazing to see some of these guys who were really unsung heroes in the past and kind of just been guys on the squad really stepping up.
I love going to the games now and hearing people chanting Randy's name. It's pretty cool to see someone stand out like that. Yesterday, too, this was awesome to watch. The Mariners called up their top prospect, Colt Emerson. Yeah. I love these videos, seeing them online where they get the call. Yes. This is something fans have truly been waiting for. So how did he do, in your opinion?
So he did okay for a young guy. I heard him do an interview saying, when I got up there, I thought I was going to forget how to even swing the bat. So you have to imagine, think back, Kelly. I know I don't want to put any pressure on you, but just remember when you were 20 years old, what you would have been doing at age 20, standing in front of that many people, that many fans, and asked to perform on that big of a stage. It's nerve-wracking, but he's built for this. He's made for this, and I'm excited to see. This is going to be his first chance to really start in this season. In this particular weekend, yes, for sure.
I know. When I saw him up to bat, I'm like, whoa, he looks so young and 20 years old, like you said. He threw to first base, kind of got,
Josh
Naylor a little off the bag there to see. And so they were talking about that, some of the commentators.
He's young, but he's young. He's going to do his thing. He's going to make some mistakes, but he's here with us for the long haul. He's the future of the franchise. And so, I'm excited to see him play. I'm excited to see him play this week versus the White Sox.
And when they called him, too, they were like, you need to get on I-5 and go. Go to the stadium you're going tonight. And he's like, wow, okay.
Here's the funny thing about that, too. So he had to get up here in a hurry. The thing about him, and I know we're going to make fun of his age for a long time, but if he had to, rent a car, he couldn't get it. He'd have to get his parents to co-sign and sign for a thing for him. He got 5 more years until he can rent a car.
Oh, it's so cool. He's crushing it. Let's look at the AL West standings right now, too. After their 3-game losing streak, the Mariners have dropped to 3rd place behind the A's and the Rangers, but the top of the division is still pretty close. Anything standing out to you?
Yeah, it's crazy. The top team in this division is just at 500. We're only 2 games back, so they're within striking distance. I looked at something earlier, and I saw, the run differential that's in between these teams. Right now, when you're talking about the amount of runs that team scores versus the amount of runs that are scored against them, we are ahead of both of those teams that are in front of us.
Cool.
We're at a +6. So what that tells you is that this team is not fluky, that they're losing some close games that they can win. So I think that's going to bode well for this team moving forward. Yeah.
Okay, cross your fingers there. You talked about the team leaders, but I want to put them up again. Luke and Randy here. Randy leads in batting average, on base percentage, and hits. And Luke leads in home runs and RBIs. No big surprises here because this is kind of what we've seen the last few games, right?
Yeah, as I said, these guys have really stepped up to the plate figuratively and literally, right, this year, especially when some of our big guns are down, like I mentioned earlier. Cal Raleigh's on the injured reserve list right now. Guys like Crawford have not been really stepping up the way they want to this year. So these guys are really stepping up and proving themselves to be really great professional players.
I know, and J.P. Crawford got hit by a pitch yesterday. I had to leave the game. So,
some young guys need to step up for sure. New guys step it up.
Yes, and let's look on what's on deck this week. The M's begin a 3-day series against the White Sox on Monday before traveling to Kansas City later in the week. What do we know about the White Sox?
We lost a series to them just a couple of weeks ago, so it's going to be, either tough or it's going to be us getting right back in the saddle and facing an opponent that we just finished and we want to get some revenge. Problem is, they're one of the hottest teams in baseball right now. They've won 7 out of their last 8 games, so it's going to be tough sledding, but I think we're going to be here, so it's going to be good.
Yes, let's bring it. Let's bring the fans. And you know what we're also bringing? The bobbleheads.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Naylor bobblehead night. We have one to show off. It's so cute. Get the bobble going.
Gotta bobble it.
The first 10,000 fans to the park on Monday and Tuesday will get one. The fan base for Josh Naylor, he's one of my favorites to watch.
Yeah.
His personality, it's kind of giving Marshawn Lynch a little bit to me.
A little bit,
right?
yeah. A little less edgy, but it's still like he's really emphatic, really passionate. He's a guy, I think, there's the only thing that's really bigger than his personality right now is his hair. And it's really impressive when you see it, flying around and flopping around under his helmet.
Locks.
He's got some locks that flow up under there. And, I think this is going to be an incredible bobblehead. I think people are going to be lined up at the gate hours before, the first pitch to get their hands on this. I'm glad we got him. He's going to play very well this weekend, by the way. This week versus the White Sox. He's traditionally played well against the Sox.
Ooh, I like to hear that. Can you think right now anyone else on the team that needs a bobblehead?
Yeah.
obviously you and I need a bobblehead.
Yeah, I need one. But it might blind somebody when the head hits a bright light. But I'm thinking Colt. Get the young guy, get him a bobblehead. But you got to get him with a little baby bottle or something like this.
No.
Maybe sitting at an elementary school
We
desk.
can't do Colt dirty like that. We can't.
That's all right. It's just something to remember this one year by. He'll grow up next year.
Fine, you're right. Terry, I love having you on. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
We'll just bobble on out of here. Okay, bobble.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by Pemco Insurance.